Hi, we're with SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 9 in the NFL. We're talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. He's going to take his usual handful of NFL games that none of the other cappers wanted to touch. Joe Duffy will take them, though. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. Well, no bookmakers don't want to touch me either.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Cleveland is the first game we're going to cover here. That's understandable why another capper wouldn't want to take this one. I don't have a strong lean on this one. It's an interesting game. I guess maybe there's some value one way or another, but before we get to it, give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com.
Well, for many, it's more fun to bet on a game that you want to watch, but the truth is they're not always the games that are going to be the best bets. Coming off a great week, 6-2 in the NFL. We're hot in all sports. As I enter this, I haven't missed a play in 4 days, but anyway, big weekend of action using all kinds of metrics that we won with before at OffshoreInsiders.com.
All right, Joe. Well, Cleveland, Tampa Bay right now. Cleveland's a 6.5-point home favorite. That's up a bit from 6. Total's kind of all over the place, 43, 43.5, and 44, all widely available. And, Cleveland won, and they did cover in Oak, but, it was kind of a close game. I think they did get outgained by Oakland as well. Tampa Bay lost in overtime against Minnesota. That game went under. So, my first thought here is that maybe Cleveland's offense looking a little bit stagnant. So, maybe I'd take a shot with the under at 43.5 or 44. And, can Tampa Bay hang within, 6.5 of Cleveland? I don't know. Maybe it's a tough one, though. I guess my lean would be to the under here right now if I had to make a pick here. What's your take on this game, Joe?
No, we do agree there. And as far as Cleveland's concerned, remember last year I rode Brian Hoyer, but more so because I said I rode the quarterback who was anyone other than Brandon Weeden. I knew that he was as bad of a starting quarterback since Christian Ponder. So, I've been on the Hoyer bandwagon for the most part, but remember, he's starting to fit into our category of it's a lot easier to be the hunter than the hunted. Now everybody else is kind of jumping on the bandwagon, and teams are starting to find a way to slow him down a little bit. Cleveland's going to get a little healthier on defense. As of we filed this report, looks like Billy Wynn, who missed 3 games, will probably play. Also, they got another starting tackle back last week, the guy Rubin, he's returned. So Cleveland's getting a little healthier on their defensive line. And Tampa, look, they haven't had a quality quarterback in some time. They're only getting 6.1 passing yards per attempt at teams that normally allow 7.4. Doesn't matter who their quarterback is. They just haven't had a very good one. But remember one of our golden rules, that handicapping totals is as much about pace as it is offensive or defensive competence. We like the fact that Tampa is last in the NFL in offensive snaps. Also, keep in mind, Tampa's got pretty good defensive numbers overall, and they were completely blown out of whack still. That the Thursday night game has kind of distorted them. So Tampa, for the most part, their defense has been okay. Their offense has been absolutely awful. Also, it looks like that Hoyer was 9 out of 12 when teams brought additional pressure last week. So Hoyer was very good against the blitz, but he struggled when teams didn't bring the blitz, which means that Tampa will probably be a little more conservative. They'll allow Hoyer to kind of nickel and dime them rather than when you blitz. Sometimes it's going to mean big plays either way, either a bunch of 3-and-outs or maybe some big plays on offense. So I think this is going to be a game where both teams will nickel and dime it a little bit. I think the pace is going to be pretty slow, and neither one of these teams have exactly explosive offenses, and Tampa's defense is better than maybe some people think. So we agree.
All right, that makes sense to me, Joe. I did bet this one on the under a little bit on the opening line. I think I'm going to stick with it. Right now, 44 is a widely available total. So Joe Duffy recommending a play under 44, Tampa Bay, Cleveland. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.